So from my point of view is, so basically like since the AI has been developed, so basically in which way do you use AI? Like for storytelling or for like ideas?
Yeah. For ideation at the moment, this technology, I would say, is not new. If I see the age, it's been almost 4 or 5 years. But adapting to this technology has its repercussion because I always believe we are managing people understanding this technology. And it's a revolutionary technology, something we were not prepared for. So
Yeah.
it has come as a technical shock, I would say, because it does a lot of things, unexpected things with unexpected highest quality. So for my tenure, I have been very cautious. The organization that I have been associated with have taken very small steps to understand this technology and help the team adapt to this technology. And if you ask me, I think pre-production is the stage till the point I'm using AI. But I'm aware in the Indian domain, there are a lot of organizations who have adapted to the AI art production full-fledgedly. But yeah, I take it with caution and gradually venturing into that space because I have to ensure the sanity of my team and ensure that they understand this technology and use it wisely, ethically, which is very crucial at this stage, I would say.
So we are taking, let's say, a different approach where at Ingenuity we're all in AI. So basically, we are trying to see where it provides where it makes the most sense to use it. At the moment, we are using it in all stages, in all teams, and we see various degrees of improvement, but that's one thing is clear that yeah, there are improvements across the board. In some areas more, in some a bit less. But I think it's a very good tool. I mean, I see AI as a better hammer, as a better tool. So yeah, with a hammer you can nail a nail, you can break your fingers. It's up to you how you use the hammer. But if you use it properly, it will help. It will speed up the process, the work. And what we are doing right now, we're not using AI to, let's say, to fire people or to replace people. We're using AI to free the people from the mundane task and let them focus more on the creative part, on supervising, on improving the game. So that is a different approach that we're taking from some of the companies, and it's working really well for us. We designed a couple of let's say template projects or mock projects with using AI and in all stages, and yeah, it's very impressive. And I'm looking forward, a bit scared maybe, for how it's going to be in the next year.
Yeah.
Bogdan, I saw a post and an animation director posted one line which I really struck me when you said that the boredom work, the team can focus on the creative work. So I believe AI is forcing, so that comment read as AI is forcing or enabling, or rather forcing us to deeply think about the creative aspect rather than the administrative work, like maintaining the layers or slicing assets, right?
Hmm.
So it's enabling us to think more deeply because once you see through the mirror of AI, anything is possible. So if I can look up to the sky and keep counting the number of stars, there's no end to it. So
Hmm.
I need to set my limits. I need to set what exactly would my player love. Can I nail this? Can this be up to the quality? Can my animator take that asset nicely? So there's
Hmm.
lot of byproducts to using AI. And yes, absolutely. So that's what I'm trying to train my artist as well. That
Hmm.
so Bogdan, one question: how does your team have they reacted to this decision of you using AI? Do you see your leadership or you sensitizing them or counseling them that don't worry, you are using AI, you are
Uh,
required, or your talent is required. We value your talent. How do you help your team
so
think positively about this?
The good part is that this is like a top management decision to go explore AI in depth and see where it helps us. So everybody is very positive on this one because it was like a clear direction that, okay, we're using AI. We're not firing people because we want to replace people with AI. Because you've seen all the recent scandals with AI becoming way too expensive and so on. So that's not the goal here. The goal is to build more games and better games, using AI. And we got some degree of freedom basically to go in and explore and make AI work for us or for each team. There wasn't like one size fits all directed or imposed by the top management. Use this tool. This is the tool that you want to use. Every team got the freedom to explore and pick their own tool because they know best what tools to use. And for example, in art, we're using a lot of AI in the initial stages, in the concept stages. So what before a couple of years took maybe weeks to present some rough black and white sketches to the client, now we can send them like 5 concepts, full colors in a day, and that leads to a better understanding of the client's needs, what they actually want. Maybe they don't like this bit, maybe they want something from the previous markup and so on. So in a couple of rounds of ideation with AI, we have a game that looks 90% as they want, and then the artist puts like the final touches, but he doesn't waste his time spending sketching a lot of mock-ups that will be thrown away, so they focus on what matters. And it's the same for game design, for example. What used to take like, I don't know, a couple of weeks to build a game design document, now it can be sped up significantly with using AI. And that leads more time to actually fine-tune the mechanics, polish them, instead of spending 2 weeks writing documentation that, somebody will read at some point, but
My point of view question is that if, for example, your studios are using AI, so like, do you all use AI for like suppose the artist is not getting an idea or the storyteller is not getting an idea to form a story? So
Definitely. So one brain can think of a limited number of ideas, and again, it depends upon the background that talent is bringing, right? It could be a fresher, or it could be an experienced gaming artist. It could be an artist who hasn't played much of games. So that that vividness in the team, AI as a tool helps us to bring us up in the same level. We all now can think at the topmost creative level. So if somebody is not getting an idea, the idea is to scribble one idea and then have a conversation with the tool and see, of course, make the tool understand what is iGaming, what is slot, and then change the idea a bit, and the tool actually enables us to have a conversation. It's almost like you are speaking with your own artist, right? So the artist, the talent can actually speak and have a conversation and derive 5 ideas within 5 minutes, right? What if, and give the target audience, and give the expectation, give the mechanic visibility to the AI tool, and the AI tool will generate some I would say not the best ideas, but variety of ideas. From there we can pick. So it's a training. It's a mindset that is important, Sanjana, for the team to be in. And I'm sure Bogdan and his leadership, my leadership, we are all working towards uh, training our talent to handle such situation. Oh, I'm not getting an idea. What do I do? How about you scribble 1 or 2 ideas and then put it through AI and just change and see how things work. So these are workshops that I take, some training sessions, some content that I find online which is useful. I keep sharing it, and yeah, my team keeps up with it. So right now, I would not say there's lack of ideas. I can get 2 ideas and I can generate 10 and share it with my leaders.
now, for example, in Instagram, people are using AI for reels. So, like, do you all use AI for making teasers or just an animators doing the job?
So I don't know if we're there yet because AI in video still has some issues, but yeah, I think we're getting there to have like full demo videos of games used created by AI. At the moment, I don't know. At least I'm not aware of these because we tried, and yeah, you can see after a couple of frames, or if there are different angles in the camera, yeah, the some symbols change, the characters is different, and you can't ensure consistency. But with the latest improvements, I think in the next 6 months we'll will be there.
Because basically now people are using a lot of AI tools. So like you cannot even say that it's real or fake or it's AI.
Yeah, we're getting there where this will be very concerning when you can't tell what's fake from what's real. But because of this medium, so for example in Instagram Reels, if something looks bad or looks fake or it's actually fake, doesn't really matter, because in the end, yeah, who is going to know? Your friends on Instagram, but you can't tell that to your client, when it's something that is paid like a commercial agreement, yeah, you can't mess up, you can't have weird transition, different characters from one scene to another. So that is the difference why it's good in Instagram, or it's passable in Instagram and not yet in our industry.
Sanjana, take the Instagram reel as a shelf where we are looking at random products and we don't even know the purpose. Different domains, I would say advertising and filmmaking are venturing very because that AI does cater to that kind of business model. But for slot development, for game development, it's still, thankfully, I would say it's still far, and I would say it stays in the pre-production stages. Math tuning, yes, but then the company has to be very cautious because you are putting in your data onto the AI models. So I would say it's game development. I'm yet to see any revelations of how I have understood 3D models is being generated, but is it production ready? Because Bogdan, me, and people like us, we will be talking business, right? Is it applicable? Is it implementable in the engine? Is it optimized? Yeah, can we tweak it if we have any feedback? So does the AI model allow us to do all of that? I don't think so at the moment. So human intervention is key for us. So not in the gaming space, yeah, it's the humans.
Every people talk about creativity. So, but does creativity really influence in studios?
Creativity plays a huge role. I mean, from my perspective, at Ingenuity, we have different types of clients. Clients that know exactly what they want, and clients that come to us because we are offering like full stack, full end-to-end development. They say, okay, I want 3 games. Up to you. Present me some nice concept. They could be unique concepts, some reskins or variants or something. But yeah, creativity plays a big role in even in a service company as Ingenuity, but more or less in product companies that build their own product, because everybody wants to bring something new to the game, new and exciting. Nobody wants to build the same game over and over. That's also a strategy, but yeah.
What creativity brings in your studio? Like, what point of view do you all see creativity in studio which changed the environment?
Basically, I don't know, creativity brings usually means doing things that no one did, or using building it, or doing things in a different way than they are used to. So basically, whenever you have a pool of people, everybody brings their own knowledge, their own expertise, and those interactions between people usually tend to be unique, because my interaction between me and you, it's unique because I didn't have the same interaction with anyone else. And based on those unique interaction, you can get unique ideas. And we often have sessions where we brainstorm ideas with the team to think of new themes, new game mechanics. And whenever we are stuck, we're asking colleagues, okay, we have a couple of minutes, let's go into a meeting and discuss. And we also have like planned meetings whenever once per month we have like a design and chill session where we brainstorm ideas, showcase the latest games that we saw that we think were really nice. So we try to stay up to date with what's happening and basically try to brainstorm ideas, which might be okay for now, or maybe we'll save them, we'll shelve them for next client next year or whenever, but that exercise is very important to stimulate your brain to be creative and to always think in a new way.
I think iGaming domain is expanding by leaps and bounds, and the competition is rising with each product, with each game, with each month and quarter. We see all the revenue getting generated by different organizations. Creativity is required because we can easily replicate an idea. There's no I've been part of creating our own IPs, so where we spend time to understand, can we bring something new in this idea, which is really flourishing in a particular, let's say, a game functionality. So creativity is absolutely required. It's a must-have. That's the source. That's the oxygen through which the business will grow. And with each game, we see with our competitors always innovating. That's a positive encouragement. It's a healthy competition that we have, and we with each game we try to bring in something new. It could be a visual, it could be a game mechanic, it could be a feature. And we used to run our own patent sessions where employees used to share their unique ideas, and the organization used to patent those ideas provided it is unique. So that's how big it is, right? So lots of money is involved to register that idea as an own IP. So it's the heart and soul of the business. We can be making the same slots over and over again, but would the user play? No. So we need to add those plus one idea to something which is already a big hit. I'm just wondering what did when Candy Crush became a hit, how all the replicas did, right? They created either visuals, different game mechanics, different interactive, different IAPs, maybe in-app purchases or something different, right? So we all learn, we all input these ideas, and we all grow.
That's nice. So basically, which genre do you use the most?
It's very vivid. We span across all regions globally, from Asian to Greek to American to Russian to all sorts of slots. It's very unique. Each project is different from each other. So we are not Angry Birds who will be doing toony, cutesy looking birds and cutesy looking monsters. And we evolved from there. No, slots is that is what I've experienced. Each and every game can cater to different regions in the world, and can have different fantasies, realistic cars, and whatnot. So it's quite vivid. There's no particular one genre.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends. There are some particularities. Some markets prefer some themes, but basically, when you cater to the world, you kind of do everything.
There are genres in terms of user base that I've experienced, Sanjana, Bogdan, that there's this kind of user base who are the serious players, and they would want realistic art and something which is logical a bit, right? And there's the Angry Bird kind of audience, the casual audience, who would want more bubbly art. So I've observed and I've experienced to creating games for this kind of audience, where back to back those kind of audience prefer realistic art. So it's a choice. It's the market that you are making games for. It's the kind of client you have. So yeah, it's quite vivid, I would say.
And usually, when you build a game, you build the game for an audience, and that audience means, okay, maybe it's males 18 to 40 from United States, and based on those demographic, know what's or you try to guess what works best for those demographic. You can't make a game that will please everybody, and that's why you try to segment the games to specific audiences.
Much as I know about iGaming, because I've been seeing like some are illustrated, some are realistic, some are a bit cartoon. So, which one do you all focus the most, the realistic one or the stylized one?
It depends. My preference is somewhere in the middle. I don't like overly cartoony, but depends on the entire theme of the game, because we did some amazing games that have like flat 2D, which look amazing. We did some nice 3D realistic ones that again look amazing, but not every style fits the theme or the emotion that you want to send to with that game. We did something, a game that is very, not me, a colleague did a game very nicely with like a muted color palette, something reminiscent of, let's say, Fallout games, you know? You can't do 3D realistic approach on that one because it wouldn't fit, you know? But that specific art style, yeah, it brings you, it transports you into that setting. So it's important to choose the right style for the right team.
For the target audience and the kind of um, uh, the market you are catering to, Sanjana, we build games. I have built games. There we had sections of audience. Like I said, there are section of audience who are serious players. They would want realistic art, realistic visuals, and there are some casual players. Age group factor also comes in, above 60, female, male, the gender parity, and all of that. So a lot of factors depends, and every organization have their um, uh, many organizations have their certain platforms and certain group of audience that they want to cater. So depending upon the roadmap, the strategy, which area we are targeting, I used to create games. So it was realistic at times. It was 2D at times. It was absolutely prop based, no characters, nothing. So yeah, it was quite vivid, like I said. Quite each project had its own different style.